Hello everyone, welcome to Farm Together. Today I have 5 quick tips to hopefully get you started in the game for a better understanding of what you need to be doing and the way you need to be headed in the game. Number 5. When you first start the game, you'll notice that you have some crops already in the field and all this kind of stuff going on. You can plant new stuff, you can plow the ground, all that kind of stuff. That's not what we're talking about though. We are talking about watering crops. Watering crops is not a necessary thing. You don't have to water your crops. If you look down in the bottom left hand corner, you see the amount of time it takes for the crop to grow when it's highlighted, when the square is highlighted. After you water the crop, you'll notice the time gets cut down by a substantial amount. Again, you do not have to water them, but watering definitely decreases the amount of time it takes to grow. Number 4. Following quest. Following quest lines is a good way to unlock new equipment and new things. You can unlock certain things in the game by just doing quests. Right now I have a quest to do 100 cabbage, so that is what I'm planning. I'm planning, as all my other crops become available to harvest, I plant nothing but cabbage at the time. Now, as you progress, your quests get more difficult, more challenging. You have different things you need to do. Right now it's just cabbage. It may be other things in the future. Number 3. The fueling station. The fueling station is definitely a good way to increase your stature in the game, so to speak. After building a fueling station, which you unlock through questing, you will get your tractor. Now, this is what your tractor looks like. The tractor allows you to harvest or plant or water or whatever in 3x3 squares, which we'll talk about later. It is important to make sure that you have fueling stations set up. You'll want more than one to be able to do this, because you will run out of fuel and you can only collect fuel every so often, as everything in this game is time-based. Number 2. 3x3 squares. What we mentioned earlier. Doing things in 3x3 squares from the beginning allows you to, once you have your tractor, after you unlock it, you can do things in 3x3s. Now, if you'll notice in the last little part there, I had a line that was left off because I didn't have it in 3x3 squares. It's always easier to do. You can harvest, you can plow, you can plant, you can water, everything in 3x3s. Now, this is a good way to go just for that reason. So make sure you set up your farm in a way that is conducive to the tractor, because you will unlock it pretty quick. It took me about an hour and I had it, so keep that in mind. Number 1. Longer crops, and what I mean by that is crops that take longer to grow. Now, what you're seeing in the video is just going to be me running around probably, but I will hover over the longer crops at some point somewhere in here. Either way, the longer crops, so crops that take longer to grow, are things like eggplant. Eggplant takes, what, like 16 hours or something to grow, and keep in mind, all this is real time. So, if I plant a ton of, it's eggplant is what it was. Peanuts take a little longer to grow. Cabbage is by far the fastest, and then carrots, and then peanuts take a little longer. And as you progress up through there, you will notice that things take a little longer to grow, and a little, you have to water them a few more times and this kind of stuff. But the more you water them, the less time that it takes to harvest. So as you can see, I can water there, and it cut the time down quite a bit if you're watching the bottom left-hand corner. As you water things, the time decreases in the amount of time it takes for them to grow and be able to harvest. Now, you cannot water them over excessively, so there is a water meter after you plant them in the bottom left-hand corner as well. That does not mean that you can water them and then wait 5 seconds and water them again to decrease that time. You do have to wait on the water icon to pop up over each plant. I hope this tutorial or tip section has been helpful to you in some way. I hope this gives you a kind of an idea how to get started in the game. I hope this game does pretty well, because it's pretty fun. I gotta admit, I kind of got locked into it and didn't really pay attention to the time, and kind of got lost in the time and started playing and all that kind of stuff. So, and I've barely scratched the surface. You see where I'm currently at in the game right now. I'm probably going to start a Let's Play series on this game because it is a lot of fun. And it is multiplayer as well. Keep that in mind. That's the bonus for you. It's a multiplayer game. It is called Farm Together after all. So you can make your game private or public or invite only or whatever you want to do with it. There's no server fee or nothing like that. It's just part of the game built in. So either way, if you like this video, if it helped you out anyway, let me know in the comments below and leave a like on the video. Also, if you want to see more of this game, or any other farming game for that matter, I play a lot of them, hit the subscribe button. The little bell next to the subscribe button lets you get notified when I have videos or when I go live, because I do live stream on YouTube as well. Keep that in mind. I will see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.